Hey baddies, welcome back to another DFYNE try on haul. DFYNE is smashing it. It's like a new collection every 1 to 2 weeks at this point. It's kind of crazy. And this collection right here, like, you guys are not ready. I am so obsessed and I'm honestly like debating whether or not I prefer it to Impact. It's that good. So this collection is called Vision, and to be honest, I see the vision because DFYNE did their big one. You guys will be able to see for yourselves once I get into the try on. But to obviously go over some of the details of the launch so you don't miss it. This collection is dropping on Saturday, the 2nd of August at 12 p.m. BST. This is another little Saturday launch, so I will put all of the different time zones of what time it's going to be on that day, depending on where you're at. Obviously, use code AIMSGAINS for 10% off of anything that you do shop in this collection, and I'm so excited to be announcing that I actually am hosting another giveaway for the month of August. I didn't do one in July, but you guys have supported me so much this past month. I'm so grateful for it, and it's allowed me to make room for another giveaway. So if you do purchase anything using my code, then make sure that you send me an email. I'll put my email address on the screen with a screenshot of your order confirmation, and that way I'll be able to enter you into my giveaway. And the giveaway is going to be a $100 DFYNE gift card. Just another huge thank you for everybody that has supported me and uses my code. Even like watching and liking this video helps support me in ways that you guys don't even know, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, I have so much good stuff to say about this collection. I cannot wait to speak about it. So for once, let's not make this intro too long and we'll get straight into the try and haul. Guys, I actually have no words for once in my life, and I don't think I need them. I think I could just stand here and let you guys look at this outfit and say nothing and still convince you to buy it. It actually speaks for itself. I don't know where to start. Should we start with the color? So this color is called Cobalt blue, which I realized I have been saying this wrong for my entire life. I've been calling it Cobalt blue for as long as I can remember, and it's cobalt. So DFYNE is teaching me new things. So this color I'm going to describe as like a true loud blue. I wouldn't describe it as neon like how electric blue, one of everybody's favorite impact colors, is. It's kind of like a slightly toned down version of that. I also think in a way like it pulls like a little bit on the verge of purple. Maybe it's just me who's seeing that. And if you want some more POVs of what this outfit and all the rest of the ones from this collection look like, then you can head over to my Instagram or my TikTok, because I've been posting loads of short form content on these pieces throughout this whole week. But next, to get into the actual pieces of this collection, the first thing which I just have to talk about are the leggings and this waistband right here. So if you can't tell, this is actually a V waistband, which is something completely new for DFYNE. They've never released anything with this type of V waist before, and I love it. Like, you guys, it gives you shape in your waist like none of their other leggings do. This is my favorite waistband that they have. So the sides come up probably like the same height as Impact, and then the waist dips quite low, and I would say like that makes them overall the most low-waisted leggings that DFYNE do. I really like them, and I've gathered from the DFYNE group chat that all the rest of the girls like them too, because you know what it is, at the end of the day, we focus so much on leggings looking good from the back. Like, how about we actually focus on them looking nice from the front for once? And I think that is exactly what DFYNE has done with this collection. Speaking of looking nice from the back, DFYNE have done just that with this drop. So I would describe these leggings as being the most similar to Impact of all of the collections, because they have that same under glute compression. However, these leggings don't technically have a scrunch. They've kind of done this like thing where there's a ruching on the bottom and the top, but there's no connecting scrunch in the middle, which I think is nice because you don't get that legging wedgie. The bra is also a new style for DFYNE. This is actually like a much wider bra than any of the other ones that they have dropped, which it's nice to be able to get a little bit more coverage for once. I don't feel like I'm popping out. As well as the shrug. So this shrug, if I put my hair back, does not come across the front of your chest how the DFYNE ones do. It's kind of just essentially like a bolero, so it goes around your arms and then across your back. Here is a little look into what the shorts look like. I personally love this combination. The shorts are so cute and also so flattering. Like, you tell me if you think this beats Impact, because it's a close call. The main things to note with the shorts is that they are a little bit more low-waisted where they dip, and they also, what I have noticed throughout wearing them, which is my one thing that I'm not the biggest fan of, is the fact that they do roll up. But I find that my Impact 4.5s roll up as well. It's only the Impact 6.5s that don't roll up for me and stay in place, so that's why I think Impact 6.5s trump everything. But if If they made Vision 6.5s, however, that might sway me. Quick fire little color comparisons round. I'm sure a lot of you are interested to see how Cobalt pulls up next to Electric Blue. And this is the two of them together. As you can see, you can definitely tell that the Electric Blue is a more neon bright blue. And I think this kind of proves my little point that Cobalt does pull a little bit purple. And I think that will prove my point even more when I show you what it looks like next to both Marine Blue, which has always been a purple in my head, and Ultraviolet. I mean, maybe not, but again, they're all in the same color family. Just to hold it up next to a much darker blue, so this is Enchanted Blue. This is actually the Impact Enchanted Blue, which was part of the limited edition like Impact / Dynamic color crossover that they did, which they need to bring that back because there are some new dynamic colors that definitely need to be made into Impact shades and vice versa. So this is like a much darker, deeper blue. You can tell the difference, like it's not the same. For my little color combos round, I just think this would look so nice with other shades of blue. So we have Deep Indigo from Impact, which would look so nice paired on the bottom. And then I also think Silver from the latest Impact drop would work really well. The second shade of the Vision collection is this most gorgeous chocolatey brown color, and she's called Umber. And I'm obsessed with her, you guys. Like, I was kind of debating on what my favorite color from this whole drop was, and it's definitely her. We are being spoiled with the stunning, gorgeous chocolate brown shades right now, and I think DFYNE have outdone themselves with this. Like, this is the perfect chocolate brown shade. I honestly couldn't choose a better one myself. It pulls quite warm, which I really like. Even though it's a dark color, it still somehow makes your tan pop. I want to live in this outfit. For my sizing in this color, I got a small in the shrug shorts and leggings, and then I went for a medium in the bra, which I'm actually really happy that I did. I didn't actually realize that this was going to be a little bit more of a fuller coverage bra for DFYNE, because you know they love their little mini ones, but I honestly have no notes. Like, the medium fits me so well. Like, there's no gaping, no extra material. It fits so snug. I will put all of my sizing up on the screen, including like my bra size and my measurements for reference if you're like debating on what size to get. I will say that this whole collection fits the most similar to Impact. I would say stick true to your Impact sizing. The shorts are probably like that little bit stretchier than Impact. Comfortable but compressive is how I would describe them. And then the shrug for me fits a little bit tighter than the DFYNE ones, the new updated DFYNE ones, because I know the first drop of DFYNE was like super tight, and then they re-released them, and in my opinion, the second release, they were actually a bit too loose. So I think that the Vision shrugs are like the perfect size. So mine's in a small, the size I would usually get. There's no excess material, fits me really nicely, and it feels super comfortable too. The main difference between the shrugs from Vision and DFYNE is that these shrugs are a lot thicker. So they're the same material as like the rest of the collection. So the DFYNE ones are like super kind of thin, slinky, almost like a tights type of material, whereas these new Vision shrugs are just that little bit thicker, but I don't feel like you get as hot because they don't have that front across them like the DFYNE ones do. And then here is what Umber looks like with the leggings. I also decided to take the shrug off. Just because it comes with the shrug doesn't mean you have to buy the shrug. And I know that kind of style is not for everybody. I just thought I'd show you guys what it looks like if you want to wear it a bit differently. So color comparisons for Umber. DFYNE hasn't really had that many chocolatey brown shades. So the first one that comes to mind is from the most recent drop, which is Cocoa from Dynamic. This is definitely darker and it's more of like a cool toned brown next to Umber. And then not that black is any similar, but just for reference, because I know a few people were asking, this is Midnight Black and Cocoa, and as you can see, Umber is definitely like a few shades lighter than the both of them. And then the next color comparison I could think of was obviously Truffle. These are the two Truffle shades from Motion and Impact, and Truffle is like a lot lighter, sort of mushroomy brown shade. Umber is a lot deeper. As for color combos, I think it would be rude to not pair the neutral with the neutral. And if we're going dark on the top with Umber, I think we should do like a light on the bottom. This is Latte from DFYNE, and then this is Feather Beige from Impact, which apparently is being discontinued, guys. So make sure you grab the last stock of this because it is honestly one of the best neutral colors, and I don't know why they would do that to us. But these two colors with the dark brown, major slay. Honestly, like, just when you thought DFYNE were done at dropping cute pink girly shades, they decided to introduce Hibiscus into our lives. This is another one to add into your gym Barbie collection, and I think this is my favorite pink that DFYNE do. Like, it's just such like a warm, pretty girly pink. I don't think it's picking up properly in the camera. It's a bit deeper than what it's showing. It's stunning. That's what I will tell you. I also think something about this shade makes your butt look better than the other ones. Like, I don't know what it is, but you guys will feel me on this one. Like, you have certain favorite impact colors because of how they make you look. And I think this is one of the most flattering vision colors. And then here is the Hibiscus shorts. If, again, you don't feel like pairing it with the shrug, this is another way that you can wear it. And I thought while I have the shorts on, I would quickly talk about the main differences between vision and impact, because I know a lot of you are probably like ride or die impact girlies and you're like, like what is this new collection? Should I give it a chance? So the obvious thing is the waistband, which I've already pointed out, but one thing that I kind of like wasn't really noticing until a while afterwards was that it does show your belly button. I guess it depends on your height. If you're shorter, then these shorts maybe might not roll up as much and might not dip so low in your waist, but because I'm 5'7", I feel like they do come down quite low on my waist and they do show my belly button, and I know not everybody is super comfortable with that. The material is also like still very compressive, most similar to impact, but it's honestly like a lot more comfortable. Like sometimes I literally feel like I'm being suffocated by impact, but these don't feel like that. Like they're compressive but roomy. I don't know how they've done it. It's like magic. And then I do actually think they look pretty similar from the back because they have that same like under glute compression. The waistband also comes up to like a similar height. It's a little bit more stretchy, but then the main difference is the scrunch. So let me show you what it looks like on the leggings. So up close you can see that there is some ruching at the very top and then some ruching at the very bottom of the scrunch, but there's actually not really anything going on in the middle. But because of the scrunching at the top and bottom, it still gives that illusion on contouring and shaping that the glutes need to still pop. If you want to know the real tea behind fitness influencers, I've just waxed off like almost a whole bag of these randoms while filming. Anyway, quick fire round. I actually do have a lot of colors right here. I will say though, even though there's a lot, none of them truly compare to Hibiscus. She's unique. So we have Bright Fuchsia from the latest Impact drop. We have Blossom in Impact. We have Orchid in the latest Dynamic drop, which is probably the most similar. We have Raspberry from Defy, and then this is Berry in Impact from the crossover that they had. So as you can see, all very same but different. Nothing that truly matches up to how great Hibiscus is. As for color combos, it would only be right to keep her in the pink family. So light rose pink shorts with my little Hibiscus top, tea. And then Impact Coral is also such a cutie shade. It's just like another one of those like warm pink tones that just complements Hibiscus really well. Fourth color of this drop is called Dove. She is like a perfect mixture between brown and gray. This one right here is one for my neutral babes. Like I know you guys are gonna go crazy for this one. It just gives clean girl, it gives aesthetic, it's not doing too much but it still looks baddie. I'm really here for this color. I think it's probably one of the most wearable ones from this whole drop. I have noticed with trying this one on though that it does feel a lot tighter than the other colors, so I think I'll kind of like go through them all at the end on how I personally think they fit. People do ask, they're like, oh, there's some colors that I think I can fit a small and other ones that I have to size up to a medium, and I agree with you. You're not crazy, you're not tripping. The sizes didn't change. It's literally the fact that when they dye the product, different clothes dyes have different like elasticity when you put them on the clothes. So some colors just naturally will be stretchier than others. If you were ever wondering why two colors sometimes fit differently. And then here is Dove in the leggings, which 100% this color is tighter than the other ones because these are a lot harder to get on than the other shades. Kind of here for the little extra lift though. And I will say that all of these leggings are squat proof. I have tried and tested all of them. I have worn every single color, and because the material is like so thick, you don't have to worry about that. As for color comparisons when it comes to Dove, the 100% most similar shade is Truffle. I'm sure a lot of you were thinking that when I showed you this color. As you can see, Truffle is like definitely more brown, and then Dove is a little bit more gray, but in reality like they probably only are like a few shades apart. I think when I hold up Graphite, you guys can see that Dove pulls a bit more gray. So this is Graphite from Impact, and then this is what Dove looks like next to Dusk, which is from the latest Dynamic drop, which is more of like a blue gray. Because Dove is like a neutral brown, I do think it goes best with like other shades of brown, and my actual favorite color combo is to pair it with Umber. I think these two are so cute together, and if you can't like decide what colors to get from this drop, I always say like try and choose colors that go together so that you get the most out of your money, because you can kind of like mix and match every piece. The way a huge dark cloud has just overtaken the sky right now is a joke. I feel like every time I film a try on haul, the UK weather just wants to joke on me. Let me not focus on that and let me focus on the gorgeous blue color that I've got on right now. This color is called Rain, and she is just like such a unique shade of blue. I didn't think that DFYNE could release any more shades of blue. That seems to be like their most popular color, but this is just so so gorgeous. It's kind of like just a very like earthy toned natural shade of blue. I think the name Rain makes perfect sense because this is just one of those like understated blue colors that you find out in nature. It's kind of like ocean blue vibe. Even when I was doing the color comparisons, I genuinely could not find something similar enough to this color. So this is for sure like the most unique shade of this whole drop. So here is what Rain looks like in the shorts, and I've been meaning to show you guys a comparison with the Defy shrugs because as you can see they come across the front of your chest here, which obviously the Vision ones don't. Also, you might be able to tell there is quite a bit more bunching on my arms on the material of the Defy shrugs. They definitely are longer on the arms, and like I said, they kind of did like a 180 because the first drop of Defy was like very tight and then the second drop was like almost a bit too big because I'm wearing a small here and I feel like I could size down to an extra small, and like I don't wear an extra small in anything in Define or anything ever. So Vision shrugs, definitely more compressive, definitely a tighter fit, but kind of like also a bit more true to size. So the only color comparison that is even in the same family is actually Ice from the latest Defy drop, but it's just like so much more of a brighter blue. I just don't even think the two compare. So Rain is 100% unique. As you can see, I paired it with the Meadow Defy shrug, which I think is a great color combo. I mean, it looks good with like all the greens and blues. I think in particular it looks good with Lagoon from Defy as well as Glacier. And I don't know if I'm crazy for thinking the fact that Neon Lime could slay with this blue. Okay guys, the sun is about to set and I'm very aware that the lighting is all the way off, but I couldn't finish this video without showing you the final color of this collection, which is of course Midnight Black. I just feel like she needs no explanation. A lot of you girlies are black girlies through and through. You like to keep it simple. You like to keep a clean wardrobe. You don't like to switch it up. Black is very sleek. It does go with everything. But I think this is like a fun way to introduce something a little bit different because yeah, you might have like a full black wardrobe, but do you have black V-waist shorts? Do you have a black shrug? So after trying on every single color, I will say that Midnight Black and Umber fit the most true to size. Rain and Dove are on the tighter side, and I think Cobalt, am I saying that right? Cobalt. Cobalt and Hibiscus are a little bit more stretchy. You already know there's no color comparisons when it comes to Midnight Black because she is in her own league. But just to show you some of the details up close, so this is the bra. There is some ruching in the middle here. The straps of this bra are exactly the same as the new Defy straps. They're kind of like a thin flat material. Obviously the padding is removable as always, and sometimes I do remove the pads, but I actually really like the support and shape that this bra gives, so I've kept them in for once. You have the DFYNE logo on the left hand side on the boob, and then you also have it in the center on the back, which the back of this bra is actually like quite a thin strap that goes across. The bras are going to be retailing at $47.50. Next up, the shrug. So I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but there is some contouring and shaping on the sleeves, which is nice because the Defy ones don't have that. There are also the thumb holes, which I just think is such a baddie aesthetic. I love it. The Let Nobody Define You slogan is on the inside, and then there's just one DFYNE logo on the back in the center. And these shrugs are going to be retailing at $42.50. The shorts obviously have the stunning V waistband, which is two separate pieces of material. The Let Nobody Define You logo is on the inside. You have the DFYNE logo on the back, and you can kind of see that invisible scrunch detailing there. And then you have the DFYNE logo on the left hand side. These shorts are going to be retailing at $57.50. And then last up, the leggings pretty much have all the exact same features as the shorts. There is some contouring down the legs as well, and then this is what the cuff looks like, slightly different to Impact, and these are going to be retailing at $67.50. And that is it guys, that is the end of this try on haul. Hopefully after watching this video you guys see the vision too, because DFYNE delivered. Comment down below as well what your favorite color is from this drop. I'm always interested to see because my favorite colors are never usually the colors that sell out the quickest. So what do you guys like? I think the good thing about this collection is there is a color for everybody. There's no way that you won't vibe with at least one color from this drop. Before I love and leave you, just a reminder, the launch is happening on Saturday the 2nd of August at 12 p.m. BST, which is probably literally going to be the day after I post this video guys, because we are cutting it fine. And if you do shop, then please use code AIMSGAINS to support me, and don't forget to enter my giveaway because there's so many people that use my code that don't enter my giveaway at the end of the month, and it's just like, why would you not want to win yourself a free $100 DFYNE gift card? I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.